Hello, making a video to give you all an update on the job searching situation. It's been a couple weeks now. Unfortunately, it's not good. I was in the final stages, basically review between myself and one other candidate for a new position, but unfortunately they went with the other candidate. At the moment, I'm kind of, a bit sad, somewhat annoyed. Several emotions going through my brain at the moment. But the biggest one is worry that this process may repeat itself, which if it does for a couple more months, I'm no longer going to have, enough money left to live at my current, house and everything. So that sucks, and I have no idea what I'll do. For anyone completely new and isn't aware of my situation, I'll give you a brief 30-second overview. In May, I was let go from a position that I've been in for 6 years as a creative designer at an agency. My position was replaced by automation and AI, etc., as have many hundreds or even thousands of design positions across the UK now. I've seen many in my comments section, Reddit, other forums, etc., and it's an increasingly difficult, industry to get into or to even survive in. I've been applying for other positions now for 2 months and have been unsuccessful. I've had 2 or 3 interviews, but I have applied for probably somewhere in the region of 60 positions now. So the interview to application ratio is not very good. I've made previous videos about how companies just seemingly do not care about the applicants and hit you with an automated response, which is usually something along the lines of, hello, name, thank you for applying for position. Unfortunately, we will not be pursuing your application at this time. Kind regards. It's literally that copied and pasted for 90% of the places you apply to. And it's not just me that's getting this. I have friends who are other content creators who do graphic design as a full-time position, and they're also getting the exact same responses. I already made a video on this, but that's a bit of a weird scenario in the industry right now. It's almost as if half the places actually aren't advertising for a graphic design position, and I don't know what they're doing, but yeah, you just get a response within like 3 days that's like that. So yeah, it's just frustrating that I found it easier to land a position when I was a junior designer than I'm finding it when I am arguably a lead or very high middleweight designer. It makes absolutely no sense. What also doesn't make sense in the graphic design industry right now is the wages listed for a junior role and the wages for a middleweight and senior are almost identical. For an example here, I've seen junior roles listed at £28,000 per year and then middleweight or senior roles listed at £30,000. That is almost identical, but the experience needed for that much of a gap is like 4 years minimum. It makes absolutely no sense. The job market for graphic design is a shit show right now. The people who are hiring as well usually aren't creatives and don't even know what they're looking for or what tools the designers should be using. I've seen job listings that are for middleweight roles that ask for experience with Canva. For God's sake, Canva is not a design tool. Please stop asking for Canva experience. People also asking for multiple years of Figma experience. Figma has only been a viable product for like 2 years, max. It was released in 2016, but I haven't seen many people using Figma, before like 2022, 2021. So yeah, having multiple years of experience in that is just like not a common thing. The industry standard, as we all know, is Adobe, which I have 8 years of experience in Photoshop, 4 years experience in Premiere Pro and Illustrator, 4 or 5 years experience in Adobe XD, and still finding it difficult. The latest place that I was in talks with, no like hard feelings towards them or anything. The only thing I will say is that I felt like I was kind of dragged along a bit. The interview process was one over the phone or video call interview. The second was an in-person, I attended both, and from what I heard from them, and the general vibe was that we gelled quite well. They liked the work I provided, and they liked me as a person. My background and things like that was great. There was talks about getting involved with their YouTube channel side of things as well, and social media, video production, etc. And it seemed like they were a team that was just much more suited to me. Cross collaboration between departments and things, that is something that I've always wanted, because in my previous position there was no collaboration between the marketing and the creative, or sales and creative, etc. I felt very secluded and by myself, and I want to work somewhere where I'm constantly in talks with other departments and coming up with ideas and things. So it all seemed good, but at the very last moment, literally the moment I walked out of the door from my in-person interview, the words "there is also someone else" were said, and at that moment I was kind of like, oh, why has this been left until the last minute? So I was a bit skeptical, and I had it in my brain that maybe they've said that last minute because they do prefer the other candidates so far, and unfortunately, I got the call about 20 minutes ago that they have gone with the other candidate. What was said to me is that the other candidate was just more suitable. They came from a lead position with more years of experience, and they worked at a similar company beforehand. So that's previous experience as an in-house brand designer, whereas I came from agency work. So those two things paired, just more experience, and coming from a position which is just more suitable, easily to transition, made them pick that person over me, which sucks. I do feel like I could have done a good job. I feel like I offered, I don't know the other person, but I feel like I probably offered a bigger range of value. Having UI, UX, social media, the YouTube, the TikTok, Instagram experience, etc. Experience building a brand, things like that. I've done graphic design for websites, emails, flyers, posters, business cards, paid Facebook or Google ads, video work. It's such a diverse range, but I'm not really like an expert in anything besides email, which is kind of dying now. So that might be another factor in why I'm finding it difficult, is as I've always said on this channel, especially with game design as well, I'm the jack of all trades, master of none, whereas it seems like places are wanting the master of one. So that's kind of it. I'm worried that this is gonna keep happening now. I've got about in total I've got about 3 months until my redundancy money that I got, or for Americans over there, the severance money you get, is gone. So I've got like 3 months to find something. I can maybe stretch it out to 4 if I sell a few things. I on the side I sell jewelry and things. I can probably, if I sell a few more watches or bracelets or whatever that I have, I can probably stretch it out to 4. But that's not long. That time will fly. So sucks. I'll keep you all updated. I'm obviously going to keep applying. That's it. All right. See you.